Everything comes to you at the right time. Be patient and trust the process. A bad friend is like a shadow on a sunny day. Run. You won't see it on a cloudy day. Look for it. You won't find it. To give out someone else's secret is a betrayal. To give out yours is stupid. Life's biggest tragedy is that we get old too soon and wise too late. The more people let you down, the easier you'll get back up and realize that life doesn't stop for anyone. If you want to change people, why not begin with yourself? That is a lot more profitable and a lot less dangerous. Death does not concern us, because as long as we exist, death is not here, and when it does come, we no longer exist. If people treat you like an option, leave them like a choice. The bee doesn't waste its time trying to convince the fly that honey is better than. There are no missed opportunities. Everything you missed wasn't yours. If you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes a sacrifice. Your life isn't yours if you constantly care about what others think. Make sure the choices you make are worth the losses you'll take. You can make all the mistakes you want. Just don't make the same one twice. It's okay if you don't know how to move on. Start with something easier, like not going back. Sometimes you just need to be a bit selfish. Put yourself first and think about what is best for you. Be humble enough to know you aren't better than anyone, but wise enough to know that you're different than the rest. Until you become comfortable with being alone, you will never know if you're with someone out of love or out of loneliness. People don't decide their future, they decide their habits. And their habits decide their future. Your friends and family do not always know what is best for you. Don't be afraid to start over again. This time you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. If it's out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind too. Do not discuss your past with anyone, because only you know its true story and significance. Others may not understand or even use it against you. Never be so loyal that you betray yourself. Be selfish with your time. A lot of people don't deserve it. Destroy the old you before it destroys you. You can't always be nice. That's how people take advantage of you. Sometimes you have to set boundaries. It's not about having time, it's about making time. One of the most dangerous things you can do is believe someone's opinion about you. There will always be someone who can't see your worth. Don't let it be you. Whoever fights can lose, whoever doesn't fight has already lost. Never make someone a priority who only makes you an option. Be smart enough to ask for advice, but be wise enough to know who to seek it from. Growth happens when you start doing things that you're not qualified to do. You can have results or excuses, not both. Follow your heart, but take your brain with you. The more you love yourself, the more you'll detach yourself from things that don't love you. A happy life is not a life without stress, it's a life of meaningful stress. Leave when a promise turns into a sorry. If you find yourself constantly trying to prove your worth to someone else, you've already forgotten your value. People start hating you when they cannot control you. No matter how good you are, if you're in the wrong place, you're worthless. Being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. Don't chase people. Be yourself, do your own thing, and work hard. The right people will come into your life when they're meant to. Sometimes rejection is redirection. It's life's way of steering you towards something better. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people you choose to be around. Forgive others, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. The strongest people aren't those who show strength in front of us, but those who win battles we never see. A flower does not think of competing with the flower next to it. It just blooms. Stop waiting for the light at the end of the tunnel and light it up yourself. Sometimes you have to let go of the picture of what you thought life would be like and learn to find joy in the story you're actually living. Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Don't adapt to the energy in the room. Influence the energy in the room. When you focus on the good gets better. Life becomes easier when you learn to accept an apology you never got. Don't let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. You don't need to attend every argument you're invited to. Be selective with your battles. Sometimes peace is better than being right. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher. Remember, you're always one decision away from a completely different life. Happiness is not about getting all you want. It's about enjoying all you have. Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. Learn to rest, not quit. Even the strongest need time to recharge. Stay away from people who make you feel hard to love. Trust the timing of your life. Everything is unfolding as it should. Focus on your journey, not the comparison to others. The race is only with yourself. Nothing will bring you peace but yourself. The more you focus on your own growth, the less you'll compare yourself to others. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. You don't have to be perfect to inspire others. Let people get inspired by how you deal with your imperfections. Growth is painful. Change is painful. But nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong. Be the kind of person you want to meet. Stop overthinking. You can't control everything. Sometimes you just need to let go and trust the process. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I will try again tomorrow." Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Our greatest weapon against stress is your ability to choose one thought over another. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Learn to say no without feeling guilty. You are not obligated to explain your boundaries to anyone. Sometimes the right path is not the easiest one, but it's always worth it. Don't allow your wounds to turn you into someone you are not. Heal and let the light back in. It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. You can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. There is no failure except in no longer trying. Sometimes life doesn't give you what you want, not because you don't deserve it, but because you deserve so much more. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. Do not be afraid of going slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. Surround yourself with people who see your value and remind you of it. If you stumble, make it part of the dance. The secret of change is to focus all your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Never let success get to your head, and never let failure get to your heart. Sometimes, the things you are most afraid of are the things that will set you free. The best way to gain self-confidence is to do what you are afraid to do. Don't wait for everything to be perfect before you decide to enjoy your life. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. At the end of the day, remind yourself that you did the best you could, and that is enough. The moment you start acting like your life is a blessing, it will start to feel like one. Don't let fear of losing keep you from playing the game. Remember, you can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Most women lose a good man just because they often fail to recognize his worth until it's too late. Sometimes it's because of unrealistic expectations, unspoken needs, or a lack of communication. A good man may not always be flashy or perfect, but his loyalty, kindness, and commitment often go unnoticed when the focus is on superficial qualities. Relationships thrive when both partners value, understand, and appreciate each other. It's not about perfection, but about recognizing the rare qualities of a good partner before they're lost. Like, comment, and subscribe for more from the wisdom of psychology.